As we all know by now, Zuckerberg just did a podcast with Joe Rogan. But there's three specific moments that stuck out to me and I want to go over them very quickly. The first of the three that I want to go over is the most noteworthy one. This one's by far received the most attention on Twitter and other social media sites. There's a clip where he says the Biden admin was calling them and basically screaming at him and his employees, and that he tried to defend free speech.
Basically, these people from the Biden administration would call up our team and scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we but I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and they're like, and basically it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous.
Not gonna take things down that are true. Are you fucking kidding me? Does anyone remember COVID? Anyone? No? What's that? Hunter Biden laptop? Also, what kind of precedent does that set? If you're the government, you just start crying and screaming at people, you're gonna get your way? I mean, seriously, because some people in that administration decided to have a temper tantrum, now we have to start censoring people? What kind of dumbasses do they think we are? Anyway, that huge crock of shit aside, let's get to two more points that haven't drawn as much attention.
It's interesting because I do think a lot of our society has become very I don't even know the right word for it, but it's kind of neutered or emasculated.
Okay, so here we see he's talking about masculinity being neutered, but honestly, this completely just came out of left field for me. When I heard this, I basically had to get a Q-tip and clean my ear to see if I was hearing this right. When you think of Mark Zuckerberg, you typically think of someone who's extremely small, extremely scrawny, very, very lean, and physically not much of a threat. So for him to all of a sudden be talking about masculinity and a lack of masculinity after all the censorship, and I mean, I guess he's gotten into jujitsu now or whatever, which is cool, but you mean to tell me that this little pretzel twig guy is the guy that's doing jujitsu now, and he's having this all of a sudden come to earth moment where he's now a masculine alpha figure? I mean, this is like a serious reality check. Like, what the fuck am I listening to, you know?
When you're dealing with the government trying to interfere with Facebook, how much of a fear was there that they were going to get away with it and that this was going to be the future of communication online? That it was that they were going to be successful with all this, that they would push these things through somehow or another, especially if a even less tolerant administration got into power. They would change laws and they would do things to make it possible. Like how much did that concern you?
Well, we basically just reached a point where we pushed back on all this stuff, right? So they were pushing us to censor stuff. We were unwilling to do it.
They were pushing us to censor stuff, and we were unwilling to do it. If that's not the biggest lie of the last 5 years, I don't know what is. Unwilling to do it. I mean, holy fuck, they were just an extension of the government. Anyone who was even reasonably active on social media in the year 2020 or 2021 could tell you that. I mean, I guess the normies are just supposed to put that in their pipe and smoke that. I mean, these are some pretty huge fucking lies. And even though I guess he's trying to appeal to people on the other side of the aisle, there's no way in hell we should be buying this crap. I mean, you can't just be doing the bidding of the government for more than a decade and then all of a sudden spin around and decide you're a changed man. The lines that he crossed and the things he ushered in are pretty unforgivable, and there's no going back from that. Once you make a deal with the devil on that large of a scale in society, there's no going back from that. You took the money and ran. You sold out and there's no lifeboat for you, sorry. The one good thing about this video is if you look at the YouTube comment section, about 80 to 85% of it is just people bashing on him, and most people see right through him, so that's the good news. Anyway, those were the moments that just stuck out to me specifically.